The Naples Model Yacht Club held its 2021 Soling Championships at the North Collier Regional Park in Naples, Florida. Video covers Heat 7 only. Following are photos of the competitors in their overall championship finish position. Ted Flack, Jack Wooby, John Jerse, Richard Flack, Kirk Horrocks, Gerhard Kelter, Randy Williams, Doug Blewett, and Tom Ross. Race director for the championship was Ron Stryker, and assistant race director Chuck Weaver. We're all clear at the start. Jack Wooby heads off on port tack to the starboard corner. Ted Flack and Richard Flack with an H head down on starboard towards the port side. Wooby tacks back. It's a pretty tight group right now. And this is the first leg. We're going from the starting line up to the windward mark 8, back to a leeward mark number 1, returning to the windward mark 8, and finishing between this red ball that you see now and the 12 buoy that's in the background there. So Wooby seems to have captured the right side. This being the 7th heat, he's had major success playing the right-hand side of the course up to this time in the championship. Ted Flack has been doing really well coming in from the port side. He's a little bit behind on this particular tack, however. Wooby is going up. Flack's still playing the left side. We got Richard Flack coming in there. And John Jerse is well positioned. At this point, we see Randy Williams coming up center of the course, center left. Here we are. Jack Wooby is the first to the windward mark, mark 8. And he's followed closely by Ted Flack with a K, followed by Richard Flack with an H. And we're headed for the downwind number 1 mark. Following there is Kirk Horrocks, 11:43. Behind him is John Jerse, 25. We're now at the first leeward mark rounding. Jack Wooby still in the lead. He rounds, heads back out towards the right side of the course. Flack maintains second position. He rounds, followed by Richard Flack with an H and Kirk Horrocks. And John Jerse has picked up a little bit on the field. He rounds next. Coming in next is Randy Williams. Continuing the roundings of the first leeward mark, Gerhard Kelter comes, followed by Doug Blewett, 32. The next rounders are number 28, Tom Ross, followed by Lloyd Lyman, 46. We didn't have a photo of Lloyd, unfortunately, to include with the video. Now we're going up the second beat. Wooby had stayed out to the right, maintains his comfortable lead. Flack is coming up the left side primarily, and he's just about to tack over, heading for the windward mark, buoy 8 for the second time. Richard Flack has come up with Ted Flack on the left side primarily, and he rounds to cover. He's actually going to round second in the second time around the windward mark, followed by Ted Flack with a K. Oops, I guess not. John Jerse noses out Ted Flack at the windward mark, and they round. Kirk Horrocks is quite close behind. Good tight grouping in positions 2, 3, 4, and 5. So Horrocks is around windward mark for the last time in Heat 7. We saw Wooby had just rounded the leeward mark for the second time. He's headed for the finish line, followed by Richard Flack. And Wooby is now coming into the finish mark, followed by Richard Flack. Wooby is heading to the right end of the mark. He'll finish by buoy 12, tacks back onto starboard. He finishes in first place. Richard Flack comes up towards the left side of the finish line, marked by the red buoy, and you'll see him cross. He's in second place. Had a nice downwind leg to go into second and maintain second. Ted Flack comes in third. That's Gerhard Keller still heading downwind, followed in fourth place by John Jers. Here comes Kurt Horrocks. Next by Gerhard Kelter, followed by 28 Tom Ross, followed by Randy Williams 03. And rounding out the finishers for Heat 7 is Lloyd Lineman. Thank you for watching.